Here we are with the rest of the Texas State fictional Dynasty in NCAA 14. Here we're just, I'm going to let this play as I talk in the background real quick. So I just want to say, so this will be the off-season video of NCAA 14 Season 1. Um, as the series goes on, I'm going to continue to do more and more, what's what I'm looking for? More like full games and such. But for right now, season one is gonna have, like, as you've seen, a lot of simming and a lot of like simming plays and stuff and all that jazz. It's more just trying to build the team. Season two is gonna be a little more of the same, but maybe some more. And then starting with season three, I'm gonna start actually having full games and games where I just play, at certain points, like a quarter here and there, playing full bowl games and such, and then hopefully just continue that. And then maybe in the long future down the line, we somehow got a transfer request by Julian McLaughlin. I think that's his name, or McLaughlin. Um, and here you're gonna look at the off-season recruiting. Um, but yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of that, where especially in the third season, like, I'm gonna actually like play more games and like stuff like that. I just don't like playing defense as much in this game. It's just not as fun for me. But I do it sometimes, like when I just feel like it. Um, but I do like playing this game so much. It's really fun to play. So I want to build this Texas State dynasty as much as I can. I mean, at some point, if I leave, I leave. But I also like seeing how these players, whether it's on my team or other teams, can then get drafted into my fictional franchise, and that's why we're here. Um, and if you want to become a recruit here, so we can see your college stuff, let me know. Put it in the comments down below, and I'll put it in later. And that will be super exciting. So then we can, keep a page, because his name's Page. Keep a page on that and like, show you your stats throughout the series and stuff, and then see you get drafted and all that jazz. Um, the fictional franchise draft list, I would call it, is rest of the people I have from former franchise stuff. Plus, I have the other half of it is players from here. I messed up. I tried looking at like people projected, by where people were projected, and it said that the top projection people were from like the third pick on, and that just didn't seem right. But I took it as is. So you're gonna see a lot of people from that be drafted, but like McKinley from Michigan here isn't gonna be drafted, even though it's his senior year. It's basically Denard Robinson, but he will be drafted in season 8. And so on and so forth. There are just players that you're just not going to see because I never wrote them down because I just assumed because I'm dumb. But yeah, very excitingly, I'm making a lot of moves with this Texas State team. I'm trying to be more of an option, more like even pass heavy team, more speed. Um, and even though I probably have a solid quarterback in Lewis that might become something, I want a faster quarterback. I don't want just a pocket quarterback. And we're going to look at the results here. And we did lose a lot of people that I really wanted, sadly. Um, we're just going to look here. But we do get a couple really big pickups in signing day. They didn't show them. But we have Danny Johnson, I believe his name is. He's an athlete. He could play receiver and quarterback, and we're going to put him at quarterback, even though we have Randy Mullins, who is going to be a freshman. He's going to be absolutely insane. But um, what I'm going to do is I'm moving Johnson to quarterback this year. He's going to play the whole year, get some reps in the system. He's going to be my option quarterback. And Mullins will be redshirted since we have Lewis, since we have Carter, since we have Alston. And if you look at the running backs here, we have Rivero, Powell, Quinn, Duckett, Ridgeway, and Turner. Turner, I feel like is going to be a good running back in the future. I just don't like these super power backs. Like, I like having power backs. I like, trucking over people and everything. It's just, I think with how I have my settings or something, all skill positions feel slow except for quarterback. I don't know why that is. If you guys have any ideas, put it down below. But our wide receiving core is a little lackluster right now, but it's gonna get real good, especially because we lost our star receiver, who is gonna be drafted. We're just gonna try to find a new place for Craig Clover. Um, for some reason, I feel like I put him at tight end or something. It says I put him at running back here, but I'm pretty sure I put him at tight end. Um, and then tight end's gonna be a huge need as well in the future. I believe next season we need like 2, and then the season after that we need 2. It's bad. I just don't really use my tight ends much. I like just big blocking guys so I can run the ball down people's throats. We have this, like, I think it's a walk-on or very low overall guy. I don't remember even trying to get him. Just trying to find spots. I went a little too heavy in the skill position mark. Probably shouldn't have done that. But our O-line is still really young. It's not going to get great, but it is young. So we're going to still be able to develop and not have to sink time into finding new players. But I'm still going to. Like, I think I'm still going to try to look at tackles and guards here and there. Just like one every season until we need some. And we're going to move this left tackle to right tackle. He's going to start for us at right tackle just to get some good pass blocking out there. Because at quarterback, if we have Danny Johnson at quarterback, I want to have a little more time in the pocket. Now here we have a big problem with Anthony Childress and Hicks. And the rest of our linemen, like, we don't have a lot of left ends. I think we lost all my recruiting battles with left end. And then this guy's going to be a bust, which is going to be great. So we have a lot of right ends, and I think I moved a lot of them to left end. But as you see, we move. We also got a really good D tackle who's probably going to be really good on this team in Thibodeau. I think that's his name. But we end up moving a couple linebackers to end who fit a 3-4 scheme, and we're a 4-3 scheme. So we just move them to end. You'll see that very soon. But we need 4D tackles for some reason. Now here, this is what I was talking about. I believe I move Collins to end, and I move Osborne to end. I move Beard to outside, I believe, and we start Landrum, who's going to be a senior. And then Michael McAfee might still be at left, or actually, I think we move him to safety for a year, and then move him back. Or that might be Massey. It's one of them. You'll see. But yeah, so Texas State, I think it's going to be a little better. We only had 2 wins last season. It's going to be more, I think, in the second season. And then so on and so forth. The more we win, the better the team gets. The more I'm actually probably going to, like, play the game and actually have fun with it. Because, like, as it is now, it's like, it's basically impossible to play anyone. I mean, if we face someone who's around our skill level, like, it's a pretty close game and it's just me throwing a lot of picks. I really need to stop throwing picks. I need to learn that in APF and in this. It's just really hard because, like, I just suck at passing. I'm always such a run-heavy guy that I find more fun passing. It's just, I'm not good at it. But, I do want this team to become great. Just have, like, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and then Texas State. I want Texas State to be up there. I want them to be an offensive powerhouse. And then once we start getting really good, we'll see star players from our teams go on to our fictional franchise, and you can see them there as well. yeah, so we'll see here. It's probably gonna take a while. That's the one thing about NCAA. It feels like it takes so long to build a team. The sad part is our DBs are starting to get a little older, so I think in like every off season, like I'm gonna try to pick up DBs, um, until like it really doesn't work out anymore. And here's the trading results. Collins goes up to a D end. Talking about trading results. So also I didn't finish saying this too. It's somehow Lewis goes up by 6. Now he's a 79. Makes me look real fucking stupid. Pardon my French. But with Danny Johnson and everything, he's still going to start a quarterback. Mullins is going to be redshirted. And then for the third season, depending on how Danny Johnson does his year, we're going to move Danny Johnson to receiver since he can play receiver before the training. So then he becomes a really good receiver. And then have Mullins start a quarterback. And then have him start for hopefully 4 or 5 years, get him hopefully to a 99, and get him drafted into my league. Same thing with Danny Johnson. Danny Johnson is probably going to get there too. Some of these offensive linemen we have as well is probably going to make it to our league as well, since O-line is a big need for, especially the Wolves, but for mainly the league in general. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get more players out of this into my fictional franchise. I still think APF is a better game, but I do like having options, option in the playbook and being able to create my playbook and actually have a dynasty and actually have an off season. It really cuts down on like having to create things, Which, on that note, I'm not sure when this video will come out, but either immediately following or close to following this, the off-season video for Season 6 should be coming out. And so you're going to be able to see some of these players who graduated this year go into the draft. And as you see here, we have a stacked quarterback room. We have too many. Like how Mr. Hurricane, if you watch any of his stuff, like how he likes to draft running backs, or especially running backs, sometimes receivers, but he likes just drafting like 8 different running backs lower in the draft and, seeing who works and stuff, right? I'm like that with quarterbacks, honestly. I like having a lot of different quarterbacks who have a lot of different, like, if I want to pass more for a game, I want Lewis to be in. If I want to run more, I'll have Johnson in. If Johnson gets hurt, I'll have Carter. If Lewis gets hurt, I'll have Alston. If Swanson, if for some reason Swanson needs to come in, he can come in next year, obviously, since I just redshirted him. And Turner, Ridgeway are both going to get redshirted. Wide receivers, McLaughlin can't play since he transferred. He's going to be a great receiver, though. I know he is. Tight end, we're going to need a tight end bad. Left tackle, Jordan's going to be good. Osborne at end is going to be good. Collins at right end is going to be good. D tackles are going to be really good. I think we might redshirt Thibodeau, but I'm not sure. No, I think we redshirt Ford, right. Outside linebacker, we don't do anything. Middle, we don't. Okay, and then we redshirt Marshall. And then Landrum starts at middle linebacker with 87 speed. He flies, man. Like, I really hope he can get drafted or at least be like an undrafted free agent and be put onto a team, because he's very fast. He can't run cover. He doesn't have good run coverage, nor can he really play zone super well. CBs are stacked for now, but Page is going to get a lot of time to develop and start. I could see Page being a person in my fictional franchise. Free safety looks nice with Scott starting, but we have a good amount of safeties. I also like drafting a lot of safeties, or just recruiting them as well. But the video is about to end here. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with either fictional franchise or a game of fictional Dynasty. See ya!